What's going on, guys? Jabba Swifty here, aka Jabba. Hotfix 1.2.5 is live for the First Descendant. I just want to go over some of the highlights. Let's get into it. Now, as far as content improvements go, they have reduced the number of trackable projectiles from elites from 5 to 3, which I think is awesome because I don't believe challenging content comes in the form of enemies who do not miss no matter how good you yourself are at maneuvering. Now, as far as content improvements, they have added more obstacles to the Void Erosion Purge. Now, this is one of the more challenging updates that we have gotten in the First Descendant, and with that came a realization that there is a severe lack of cover. But again, we haven't really had need for cover because with a bunny, you're just killing everything. You're not really worried about trying to hide. So as far as weapon and modules are concerned, we do have a new firearms group. It's called Expand Amplification for the rocket launcher specifically, which is pretty cool because we did talk about how the Pierce category of weapons are really lacking. So it's really dope to see the devs trying to find ways for them to become a viable option for combat. Up next, we have a bunch of UI and UX changes. I'll go over just a couple of these. So now the core items drops in the Void Erosion Purge. They will pop up with their own exclusive icon. Up next, there's an improvement made to the consumable inventories. You can sort by tiers now, which I think is pretty cool, especially when it came to the core material page. That thing was just ridiculous, so it's nice to be able to just sort those out and look at what you actually need to see. Now, a couple changes to the Void Erosion Purge themselves, which I think are amazing. Now you will be able to respawn in a safe place. I know the community was a little bit upset when you would respawn, especially fighting the name boss. He'd just turn around and smack you again immediately because you spawned right in the same spot. That's actually a problem that I see with the Defiler. When Defiler shoots those projectiles into the air, if you die and come back at the right time, the minute that you spawn back, you'll get smacked in the head with one of those projectiles and die immediately. So that's actually a pretty cool change here. Another amazing quality of life change. They've added a button that allows you to immediately go to the next stage for the Void Erosion Purge. I know the community was a little bit upset because having to leave and then either go back to the console or go into the map, it really broke up the momentum, but now you can complete a stage and just keep on pushing. Now, moving on to miscellaneous, there are two that really stood out to me. The number of shape stabilizers you can hold increases with your mastery rank, but another one is that the Void Abyss metal fragments, the stack of 20 on the 400% operations is now a stack of 40, which I think is awesome because there's a lot of new players in the First Descendant and there are people who are struggling with Defiler, so having that stack of 20 wasn't really that efficient for them to be farming, but now with this stack of 40 and being able to complete a lot of these special operations in like 2 to 3 minutes is actually going to be a very lucrative farm for anybody who is struggling with Defiler or people who just don't even want to fight Defiler. Now, there was a change to the in-game New Year's Luck Shop event. Instead of adding the Void Abyss metal fragments this week, they added the core particle disruptors. Now, I would say if you can get your Defiler completion time down to sub 2 minutes and obviously sub 1 minute, even better, farming the Void Abyss metal fragments is pretty much a cakewalk. Next, we have bug fixes. The one that stood out to me the most was the fact that they fixed an issue where you weren't able to enter the Void Erosion Purge with a party. I was super confused about this because I saw people in Discord talking about how much fun it was playing together in the Void Erosion Purge. I invited a couple of my friends who can't spend that much time on the game, so I wanted to help them out with the Void Erosion Purge, but they kept saying there's an error message that popped up saying one or more party members do not meet the requirements, so I'm super happy that they fixed this issue. Next, there are some Descendant changes. Now, there was one that really stood out to me because I thought I was tripping the past couple days. I was talking to the guys in Discord. When it came to Anise's Time of the Hunting Hounds, her snare acrobatics, I would charge it when I had a full plasma bar, and I would do like a 800,000 damage, when we all know that that thing base damage probably hits for 2 million, let alone 7, 8, 9 million when you crit with it. So I wasn't tripping. That was broken, so thank God that's being fixed because I was losing my mind when it came to that. Now, we did get some director's comments. The planned update for January 30th, Hotfix 1.2.6, is being pushed back to February 6th, but with this new update, we will be getting the Void Erosion Purge leaderboard. So speedrunners, you guys get ready because this will be showcasing the top players who complete the highest stages in the fastest time. This is going to be a speedrunner playground. We are also getting 9 more stages to the Void Erosion Purge, which will take us up to stage 30. But really exciting news for the 1.2.6 update. We're actually going to be able to craft cores. So all of the lower tier augmentation cores that you've been farming from the Void Erosion Purge, you'll actually be able to combine them and craft up to tier 10 augmentation cores. So that's really exciting news. That's my hotfix highlights. Let me know what you're excited for with the new 1.2.5 patch. Jabba out.